Welcome to the Phoenix Podcast, where we discuss mental health in the Black community. Tune in for weekly episodes with your hosts, John and Chris. As they say, this is my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm. The Elixir.
Yes. So how's your mom?
She's fine.
She's good?
Mm.
Yeah, awesome.
By the way, the next time you see me, I'm not going to be looking like this.
How are you going to be looking? Tell
I'm
me.
going to be clean shaven.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking silly.
Looking
And
slick.
I'm going to make efforts to lose my jocular self.
Hey. Well,
This is because of my last role.
listen,
Just-
I've always told you, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here, whatever you need. You need a protocol. You need like some, and it's the little things. Little
I
things.
know,
For instance,
I know.
sugar is one of them. Sugar, pop, desserts, chocolates.
So,
I know your
let's go into
weaknesses. Anywho,
It's the little things that count. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Anywho, like I was saying,
Go like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? That is not the same guy who's been hosting the bit. Yeah.
it's like, nasema. Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking slick and sly.
That's good. It's
Yeah.
good. Hey, listen, and especially now in this COVID manenos,
I know.
if you're in a group that's a little bit at risk, well, you kind of put yourself in the crosshairs of this thing.
That's true.
So
And I just turned 48, so really.
yeah, so you got to be
Careful.
definitely. Well, all right, folks. Episode insert number. Yeah, that one.
Exactly. Episode of that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. As long as I have my clap and okay, cool. I can sync now. I know.
Exactamente.
we're in sync. Wait, are we in sync or Backstreet Boys?
No. Maybe with the new edition.
Wait, which one? Is it the one with Bobby Brown or with
Johnny Gill?
Johnny Gill? Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
See?
Yeah.
So actually, is there a preference? Do you prefer actually Johnny or Bobby? Because there's two different types of singers.
That's interesting because Mr. Telephone Man. Okay. Johnny is if you go into the whole Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross kind of thing,
Right.
yes. But if it was the boy band thing, then it was okay. It was fine with the Bobby Brown. Yeah.
I agree. Because Bobby brought a different energy. Bobby brought like the dance, the swag, the bad boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course. No.
Whereby Johnny he's more of a crooner.
Oh yeah.
He's more
Marvin
remember,
Gaye.
yeah. Put on your red dress.
Whoa!
Hey, and slip on your high heels.
And put on that sweet
Perfume.
It sure smells good
on you.
Wait, strike. My. Seriously, we have too much fun on this show. We have too much fun on this show.
Let me tell you this. Like a dear friend of mine said, it should be illegal.
I'm telling you. But still, we discuss serious things.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, you know what they say, right? Laughter is
The best medicine.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And this is the Phoenix Podcast with Chris and
John. And in this episode, we're going to talk about
Do
honors?
clothes make the man?
Hey, exactly. Do clothes make the man? And interestingly enough, because we've all been there.
Yeah.
You feel a certain way, right? Because you're in the house, you're like you don't really feel like going out, but the minute you shave, you shower, and then you put your nicest thing on, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, you puts a little pep in your step,
It
right?
does. It does.
And then all your swag is different. You feel different. People react to you differently. right?
Exactly, yeah. Because you feel different.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it becomes kind of contagious where, if you're walking around with these slump shoulders, there's a dark cloud hanging over your head, with, lightning, and bats flying all around you.
Children of the night, shut up!
That's Count who? Count
Dracula.
Remember that Richard Pryor? Richard Pryor had a bit where a Dracula in the hood.
But the crack.
No, Dracula, he kind of floats out of the darkness. He says, Hey, which is like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, what's your name? It's like, it's Dracula. It's like, Dracula? What kind of name is that for a nigga?
Exactly, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, no, I mean, I can, speaking for myself,
right.
I can tell you that whenever I shave, I feel like, whoa, it's like a whole new me.
It's like $1 million, right?
Seriously, yeah. In fact, the next time you see me, I may not be looking like this.
Hey, all right. We're waiting for the swag. Yeah. Back up, ladies. Just back up. Hey, no autographs, please. All right?
Yeah.
No pictures.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it does something. I'm not knocking the fact that this look, as it's gotten me very many roles, especially since I'm possibly the youngest, oldest dude in the business.
Right.
As for appearance. But there's just something. And I'll be very honest.
Right.
I feel the way I look.
Yeah.
I don't feel so energized. I don't feel so, have that extra pep in your step.
Gotcha.
But I assure you, I leave the barbers like this, it's like, boom!
Right.
It's a whole new me.
I guess, yeah, because the outward look kind of reflects, it's sort of like there's a synergy, they sort of like influence each other.
Yeah.
Whereby, if you feel like there's a certain wisdom, again, that also people project back at you because they see, the gray, and they're like, okay, this guy has a certain amount of wisdom. Right, right? The OG.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The sensei. Right? The master.
Exactly, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And I mean, you can't, you can't fault them because, I mean, we have, the saying, never judge a book by the cover, but to the book's defense, that's your first point of contact. You know what I mean? If the cover is shitty, well,
there you go.
Then you could kind of summarize. All right, let me just skip over to the to the conclusion, to the epilogue, and see.
In fact, appendix.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I mean, as superficial as it may sound, but sometimes, the clothes make the man.
Actually, yeah, they not sometimes. Actually, quite a few times. Because like even when I wear certain colors, I wear like red or like yellow. I wear like green. I'm like, wow, it's like it's just it does something. In fact, I remember like when I was a kid, I came across a book called "Color Me Beautiful."
Yeah.
And it was basically about that actually clothes can actually, and the colors you wear can actually influence you. It's like when people go for corporate meetings. There's something called power dressing.
Right.
I think if you wear like red is a very intimidating color.
It's a very powerful color.
Very powerful
yes,
color.
Indeed.
And I think also like purple is the color of royalty. Okay, black also can also be very intimidating as well.
Yes.
Navy blue is sort of like a neutral kind of it's not too intimidating. It's not too power driven kind of thing.
It's more of a diplomatic color.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
If blue was a country, it would be Switzerland.
You know what they say about Switzerland? Huh?
Tell me.
Okay, Switzerland are the guys when two countries are fighting, they're the ones who are holding your jackets.
They're the valet.
Possibly going through the pockets as well.
Switzerland's the valet. Yeah, that's true. Corporate banking.
Exactly. Yeah.
Offshore havens. Secret bank accounts, Swiss bank account, numbered accounts.
And by the way, they have had 7 centuries of democracy. 700 years.
That's a feat.
It is.
Yeah, that is a feat.
700 years of democracy.
Oh,
wow.
Jeez, yeah. I mean, who else can boast about something like that on the planet? Practically nobody.
Exactly.
Maybe, no. Japan, not even, because Pearl Harbor was...
Yeah.
Was like how many centuries ago? That was 1940.
1941.
Right.
Yes. December something, a day that shall live in infamy.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, definitely the way you feel is directly correlated with how how you portray yourself, what you put out there. For instance, you may put on like a suit, like a nice tailored suit. All of a sudden, even people react to you a different way. People you get a certain level of respect that's not going to be afforded to you if you show up, in a hoodie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, no. And then essentially you haven't changed. You're the same person, right? But that book cover, that you know what I mean? That's what they see. They're like, oh, okay, this guy must be somebody.
Have you ever seen Richard Branson in a suit?
Rarely. I've seen him in like sort of like a casual chic suit, buttoned up, with the suit, the tie, or never.
I think.
Never.
In fact, I think the only time I saw Mark Zuckerberg in a suit was when he was appearing before Congress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But other than that,
well, there's in the tech world, for instance, there's the whole flip flop. Shorts or khakis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was a whole shift, like with the, for instance, in Silicon Valley, and the .com area where startups. There was sort of like a rebellion against that whole mentality that the suit makes the man there, whereby it was like, listen. And it started It started like, let's say casual Fridays.
Yes.
Guys started showing up. Yes. And then it was like, wait a minute, why aren't we doing this every day? What's going on here?
and it's very interesting because I know for a fact that ladies actually dress for other ladies. It's very interesting. You can argue it, but I've even been told that, for instance, when ladies are having like some kind of like a corporate meeting, or like you're meeting a lady government official,
right?
It is not advisable as a lady to wear trousers.
Really?
Yes, because
why?
Because the more feminine you are in appearance towards the other lady, the less threatening you are.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But if you're gonna look like you've power dressed, and she's the one who's with the power, then she feels like, oh, so really, you're trying to show me things.
So you're trying to one up me.
It's psychological. It's a mental thing.
Right.
You even have to think about what you're gonna wear.
Right. I guess also in a lot of ways, like if you observe, like for instance, the G7 or the G20 summits, right?
Oh, that's power play.
Very much so. And you see a lot of guys, and you can tell by the color of ties they wear and their suits. You'd be like, okay, this guy. And even the way they shake hands,
except for the Saudis and the Nigerians.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, because they come in the traditional garb.
Right. I'd love to know the science behind that, how they approach that sort of like mentality, like the colors of power and stuff like that. Because the Nigerians, for instance, I guess, what is it, the kente cloth?
No, those are Ghanaians.
That's Ghanaians, right?
The Ghanaians do kente.
Right.
Nigerians
What about
just have the flowing, the flowing robes. I don't know the colors in particular.
Right.
But I know white. They're very partial to white.
Right.
I think also green as well. Especially green, because green is a very powerful color in Islam.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So white, I guess, signifies purity, and the green, like I said, is very powerful in Islam.
Right.
And those are the colors possibly they would choose to wear. I know that in the case of Americans,
right,
if it's a Republican administration, possibly going to come with a red tie.
Hey.
If it's the Dems, it's going to be a blue tie.
Hey,
or something like that. Or if it's for neutrality, it's going to be a red, black, and white situation happening. Red, white, and blue situation happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also, you do see it even till now. When you have presidents who, if they want to show you that they're working, they usually have they don't have the coat on. They may have the tie, but they've rolled up
the sleeves.
They've rolled up the sleeves to show that, hey, things are happening. Kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Because I mean, there's a lot of symbolism, right? that goes on when it comes to now utilizing, for instance, and it's not just in fashion, right? It's also in everyday sort of like settings. For instance, great piece of trivia. McDonald's, right? When they started like actually franchising, they started opened up the franchise. They brought in color scientists to basically the color palette and even the position of the seats. You know, those it's changed now, but they used to have these benches with the straight back.
Yes, yeah.
So it was not that uncomfortable, but it was uncomfortable enough so they could have bigger turnover. And the color schemes.
Oh, so you don't spend enough time.
Exactly.
You just come in, eat
just
your food
come, exactly. Get out. Because if you're too comfortable, you're gonna want to stay, right? Because they don't want you to stay. What they ended up doing, like the color scheme, because you know, like in the color chart, you have what we call complementary colors. Like usually they're on opposite sides of the color wheel. If you look at a wheel, like you know the color, you have the reds and you have the greens, the yellows, the oranges, and then the blues, and then the cool colors, right? So usually, for instance, if you look at our backdrop, right, you see the orange and teal. It's a very powerful. It's more of a reddish orange.
Exactly.
But you see what I was going for. Usually, Hollywood employs that a lot. If you watch a lot of movies, usually they'll give you, that's the jargon, like the lingo, the orange and teal look.
I especially notice when you're doing like Mexican drug cartel things, you have that hue of like gold.
But even science fiction. But even a lot of movies you wouldn't think of. Now, when you watch a movie, try to spot which movies the color scheme of orange and teal. Because the orange falls, it doesn't really matter what color you are. You could be dark, or you could be as the whitest person in the world. It always falls in the orange spectrum. Okay, it doesn't matter what you could be whatever hue. You always fall in that spectrum. And in the teal falls in the shadows and all the other colors. So when you put those two together, they complement each other. So for instance, if you put yellow and for instance green, right, they will complement each other, but not quite. I don't have the chart in front of me, but let me pull up a chart.
Okay.
Complementary. It's hard typing with one hand. Complementary colors. Thank you, Google. So for instance, now I'm looking at a chart, right? I can't share that with you, but I'm actually going to show you. You can't see, folks. But
yep.
So whatever's here, you see that? It's gonna reflect here. This is the color that's gonna match. It's gonna be very pleasing to the eye, exactly, and even subconsciously. Even though you don't know that something's wrong with you, you'll feel uneasy. So you'll never see these two colors match together. Because it'll make you feel uneasy.
Unless you're in Ukamani.
Where's Ukamani? Where's that?
It is Machakos, etc. We have a tribe in Kenya that is known for their very colorful choices in fashion.
I think I've seen something. Even the houses, right? They paint the rooms and stuff all the different colors. So you see right now? It's like yellow and violet. Those two match together. And so on and so forth. So that's how you match colors. So and colors.
So you can go shopping fashion-wise accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. So don't ever do this because that's not gonna work.
Why doesn't black appear anywhere there?
Because black is absolute. It's not a color, and you don't see white either. You see,
all right.
Because those will match with anything, right? And interesting fact, right? For instance, the color code, right? For black, like it's let me show you real quick.
This is interesting. So things just don't happen. There's
always
a logic or a rhythm or a pattern to things.
Absolutely. There's a science behind things. Black color code. So I geek out on these things all the time, right? So for instance, to absolute black would be, this is metallic black, solid black, okay? Solid black, okay? This is the code, okay? Hash 0000000. That's absolute. And the interesting thing is, get a load of this.
Don't crack.
There's that too. It's definitely that. But black basically contains all the colors in the spectrum. Okay, to actually make black, you have to mix all the colors together to get black.
Yes.